going on, everybody? Welcome back. Justin here. I appreciate you stopping by. Hit that like button and let's get right into today's video. So today we have three main stories. We're going to talk about the brand new surprise movie from Gaspar Noé and his crazy casting choices. This is just mind-blowing. We also have some really cool news regarding the Masters of the Universe revelations coming from Kevin Smith. He dropped some really cool info about that I wanted to go over. But first, we're going to be talking about all the crazy news surrounding the brand new Predator movie directed by Dan Trachtenberg, and more specifically how it's going to be distributed and released. People have been up in arms the past few days at the fact that it's been revealed that Disney's intentions are for this movie to be dropped directly onto Hulu, and honestly it's just not that simple. See, way back in the day before Predator was an international franchise, it started out as just a little tiny spec script by these two brothers, Jim and John Thomas. Now, they initially sold their script way back in the day in 1984 to 20th Century Fox, which is now owned by Disney, who now owns Hulu. See, under that initial contract, the rights after 35 years were supposed to revert back to the Thomas brothers, and they were supposed to be in the control of any future projects, at least in the US. And right now, Disney is fighting that tooth and nail. They do not want to let this franchise go.
You didn't say the magic word.
So Disney's intentions to release this on Hulu wasn't an official announcement from Hulu or Disney or Fox. This information was released during legal proceedings in a courtroom in a legal battle. So this wasn't an official release. This isn't officially happening yet. This is an ongoing legal process, and to be honest, we don't even know if this movie is going to come into fruition. These things have happened within the past few weeks. First, the Thomas brothers sued Disney, and now Disney countersued the Thomas brothers. It's really, really wild. So the fact that everybody's up and armed about this movie going directly to Hulu, nothing is set in stone yet. We don't know at all. I'm going to keep following the story because I find it fascinating. Now, the lawyer that the Thomas brothers have hired to fight Disney, which is a tough battle, it seems like an uphill battle to me, he's actually succeeded in this same realm before by helping Clive Barker regain the rights to Hellraiser. So, and he's also worked with Friday the 13th rights and They Live rights. He's a badass. So I'm going to link all this information because it really is super complicated. It's a lot to go into, but all kinds of legal proceedings happening in the next few weeks, and I'm going to follow the story very closely. But that's basically all we know, so don't get scared yet. It's not set in stone. We'll keep an eye on this. So next we're going to talk about one of the most infamous directors of all time, one of the most original directors of all time, and one of my favorite filmmakers of all time. That is Gaspar Noé. He's the guy responsible for Enter the Void, Climax, Irreversible, I Stand Alone. He's got a new film coming out, and he dropped a little preview image. It's also announced that this movie will be starring none other than Dario Argento. Filmmaking provocateur Gaspar Noé is back with the new surprise film Vortex. A mysterious first look image from the drama has been released, showing something ghost-like under a bedsheet. Not much about Vortex is known yet, though it will have its world premiere at the 2021 Cannes Film Festival in the newly created Cannes Premiere section. The cast includes the iconic Italian director Dario Argento, plus François Lebrun and Alex Lutz, who are actually both directors as well. A report in Variety on the film's Cannes premiere describes Vortex as a documentary-style film revolving around the last days of an elderly couple. Screen Daily reports that Noé had been racing to finish the film for Cannes, as production only started this year. Some intel dug up by the film stage pegs Vortex as fusing the styles of French filmmaker Jean Esches and the Italian giallo horror genre, of which Argento is a figurehead. So this is just crazy news. Not only is Gaspar Noé putting out what is surely to be a wild experimental film, as usual, it's going to star none other than Dario Argento. Now, he's acted in a couple things here and there, but it's just really interesting casting. I cannot wait to see this. If you have not seen Gaspar Noé's other work, specifically Climax, so it's probably my favorite movie that he's done. It's a really, really insane movie. This movie's actually on my top 10 Descent into Madness films, which I'll link below. Definitely check out Gaspar Noé's work. It's incredible. He's one of the most original filmmakers out there. His films are not going to be for everybody due to the insane content and some of his kind of headache-inducing cinematography. He does a lot of things with flipping the camera upside down and weird camera angles and He plays with noise and sound design in a way that makes you feel really uncomfortable, but he's an amazing director, so I highly encourage you to check out his work and definitely be on the lookout for his new film, Vortex. I'll keep you guys posted as I hear more information. Now we're going to be talking about probably the most fun and lighthearted story of the day, and that's Kevin Smith's recent tweet about his brand new Masters of the Universe series and the fact that each of the 5 episodes in part 1 of Masters of the Universe Revelations will pay tribute to specific movies of the 1980s. It's a really interesting concept. The more and more I hear about this, and especially after watching that amazing trailer, this thing looks incredible, guys. If you have not watched the trailer for the new Masters of the Universe series by Kevin Smith, it looks incredible. The animation is unbelievable. I wasn't as excited about it until I saw the animation. This amazingly intricate yet still 2D animation. It looks amazing. Watch the trailer for that. But he announced today, in honor of the era in which Masters of the Universe began, each of the 5 episodes in part 1 of our series homages a different 80s flick. Here's the breakdown he provided. Episode 1, Superman 2. Episode 2, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Amazing. Episode 3, Batman, the 1989 Tim Burton Batman, it says. Episode 4, Hellraiser from 1987. Episode 5, Masters of the Universe, the movie adaptation from 1987. So this is amazing news. Kevin Smith just continues to impress me with his wildly different output. I love the stuff that he's doing as of late. Now, the information that he released on that doesn't tell us whether like whole storylines will be homages to those films or if they'll just be little like tributes within the episode, like Easter egg style. We don't really know how these tributes are going to happen, but the fact that he specifically mentioned these movies is amazing. The fact that he's paying tribute to Hellraiser is amazing. Like, I wonder in what capacity. I mean, are we going to see Pinhead? Like, how is he going to do it? What's interesting about Hellraiser is the Rick and Morty season trailer gave an homage to Hellraiser as well, which is kind of interesting. But also the episode paying tribute to Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom is amazing, and specifically that movie to choose to pay homage to is amazing. Temple of the Doom, although it may not be a popular opinion, is my personal favorite installment. It's the most dark, it's gnarly, it's damn near a horror movie with the heart-ripping scene and just the monkey stuff. It's just a wild, like, batshit movie. So I thought that was a really cool thing to hear, that he's going to be paying tributes to all these movies that I imagine are just, you know, Kevin Smith is just a massive fan of. Above anything else, above the filmmaking, the writing, all of that stuff, Kevin Smith is just a pop culture fan. He's a movie fan, and that's why I like him. I've seen him perform several times for his An Evening with Kevin Smith, and even if you don't like his movies, I still feel like a lot of people just like to go see him talk or watch his specials. So I don't know. I think that was interesting to share. So let me know what you guys think of all this. What do you think about all this mess going on with Predator? What do you think about the Masters of the Universe thing? I know Gaspar Noé is probably a little more niche, that has a little smaller fan base than the broad appeal of you know, the majority of horror fans and genre fans. He's a little bit smaller of a name that people may not be aware of, that I highly encourage people to check out his work. But let me know what you think about all these stories. I'm going to keep them coming at you guys. I think we're done here. I appreciate it, guys. Stay weird. Always be yourself, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
I love movies. Gosh, I love movies. I love watching them, and I love making them.